Welcome into the Crimson Corner. Another week, another win for the Utes to relive, and it's Oregon week as conference play begins. I'm Jeremiah Jensen, joined by Josh Furlong of KSL.com. Where's the blue tie? You got rid of the blue tie.
I got rid of the blue. I decided to wear red for the Utes. I think that's what we're on here for, right?
A lot of people are happy about that. Now, let's begin with Fresno, where the Utes hit the road for the first time this season. Some thought this may be a trap game with Oregon next on the schedule. Even without Travis Wilson at quarterback, the Utes had no trouble with the Bulldogs.
Ute fans, good evening and welcome to Fresno, California and Bulldog Stadium here in Fresno. Freshman backs up into the gun and he'll play action pass. Pressure coming, ball is hit, it's out, it's fumbled, and it's going to be returned. Senny made the hit, Stevie scooped it up, and Utah's got themselves a defensive touchdown. Gives it to Devontae. Devontae's got the edge 10, hurdles a man 15, 20, 25 and out of bounds.
Here, and he said, I got the tank over here. Let me show you who is the real tank, Kelly. Ooh.
Booker has the edge 30, on his feet, spins out of a tackle, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! It's a touchdown! Touchdown, Devontae Booker! Free wide receiver look, Booker in the backfield. Turning a give to Devontae, straight ahead to the 5 and walks into the end zone untouched for a Utah touchdown. Takes the belt high snap, surveys, looks to the outside, looks over the middle, caught, touchdown! Back of the end zone, touchdown! Josiah Blandon. Butler-Byrd will take it from the 1-yard line. Corey's outside, he's got the edge. Look out to the 25, tripped up and still on his feet. 30, 35, 40 in the open field. 50, 45, 40. He's gonna go! 20, 10, 5, touchdown! It's a touchdown! Butler-Byrd, 99 yards! Covey backs up to take the punt at the 23-yard line. Britton breaks to the outside. Look out. He's got a lane. 35-40, 45-50. One man to beat to the 35-30. He's going to go. 20-10-5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Britton Covey. 77 yards. And the special teams strike again.
Back-to-back jacks. Well, it was a big improvement over the first 2 weeks, and that's more what we're used to is that kind of play. And so we're going to need that going forward the rest of the season, and so we got to keep it up.
Greenlee steps, fires outside. He's got a man open up the sideline. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
We just called Waya Messina. Well, that's a missed assignment.
First and 10 from the Utah 32. Greenlee to pass again. Steps up, throws long. He's got a man out there, and it's caught for a touchdown.
Wow.
That's a touchdown for Fresno State. What a throw. What a catch. And 6 points for the Bulldogs.
I had some good special teams play in the second half. Did a horrendous job of closing the game out defensively. Had a real good defensive game going, and we get sloppy at the end, so that's disappointing.
Kendall Thompson rolls out to his right, throws back across his body, caught in the back of the end zone, touchdown. Harrison Hanley. And Utah puts a cherry on top of this Sunday.
Now it's Pac12 the rest of the way. Tough trip to Eugene and Autzen Stadium next Saturday, and we'll find out where we stand.
Well, each Sunday on Sports Beat, KSL 5 at 10:45, Hans Olsen and former Ute Christian Cox dig into the film each week in every Utah game. And this week they explain how the Utes were able to get the run game going and for a big night for Devontae Booker.
Aaron Roderick, in my opinion, did a heck of a job in this game offensively, compensating where Travis Wilson left off and where you had to pick up some room with Kendall Thompson. I felt like Aaron Roderick did a couple of things really well.
Yeah, one of those he designed, it was a 4th and 1 situation. Utah hadn't scored offensively. Draws up a little quick crack block from Kenneth Scotty, comes down. Devontae Booker makes a highlight reel play, bounces that play when you had 9 guys in the box. No one's there on the edge, and touchdown Utes.
You know, here they've got all their pressures dialed up. Fresno State's bringing the house. Aaron Roderick catching him in that moment when you need a screen the most.
And these are the plays Utah has been looking to get these first 2 games. Getting Devontae Booker in space, he rips off a quick 50-yard gain, and you need to have these type of plays against Oregon if you're going to come off with a win.
You know, and I want to give a shout-out to that offensive line, too. In the run game, way to go, boys. I mean, that run game, you were spectacular. Pulling around well, double teams up to second level well. The offensive line was spectacular in the run game, and Devontae Booker is really the beneficiary of all that. So it's great to see Booker doing what he's doing, but I want people to remember, in the run game specifically, they're doing a great job.
Hanson Christian also broke down this scoop and score by Utes defensive tackle Stevie Tuikolovatu. You can see that on KSL.com as well. The ball was stripped by Kylie Fitz, and Stevie takes it to the house. It's the second time in 3 games that the Utah defense has scored a touchdown. I had to ask Stevie about his rare opportunity to celebrate in the end zone.
The only chance we get to score is on video games. It was pretty crazy. The other D tackle I was in with, Sandy Fanuka, was hitting me on my way off the field, surprised that I scored. I was also surprised too, so I just got a lucky bounce in my hands, and luckily Jason was there to yell at me to keep running, and I just kept running.
All right, special teams also had a big night before Britton Covey celebrated his first punt return for a touchdown as a Ute. Corey Butler-Byrd had a spectacular kickoff return for a touchdown, and for his efforts, Butler-Byrd was named Special Teams Player of the Week. That's 3 weeks in a row a Ute has earned Conference Player of the Week honors. Corey describes his first score as a Ute.
I visualized it already. I already knew once I touched the ball it was going to be something special. I devoted myself to actually return it, breaking all them tackles and everything. I kind of really didn't feel myself break the tackles. I just felt myself stumbling. So I kind of think like it was God like really helping me through that return and getting a touchdown.
Okay, Josh, first the positives. Breakout game for special teams, and the defense was phenomenal. Got in the end zone again. What does it say about the team right now? Is Kyle Whittingham happy with his progress? Because I know in the first 2 weeks, he was a little worried about the way these things were going. Yeah, you have to be a little optimistic about what happened against Fresno State. Having Corey Butler-Byrd and Britton Covey, 2 guys that you expect coming into this season to take it back to the house, I mean, that's really encouraging. There's still aspects of the special teams that's still not there. Andy Phillips is still kicking it inside. You know, he's not kicking it out of the end zone. There's still a few things that the Ute special teams needs to take care of. But all in all, I mean, it looks like it's another team that is going to make some plays, flip the field, and do really well for this Utah team. Okay, now the concerns. The Utes lost the turnover battle to an inferior opponent, 3-2. And then, of course, the offense, the throw game is not there. How do you beat Oregon and these other Pac-12 teams if you can't throw the ball downfield? What has to happen to change this? Well, I think it starts with quarterback, and I think that starts with Travis Wilson. I truly believe that Travis will get the start this week. So far, I mean, his junior and now his senior season, he's been really good with the ball. He makes smart reads, he makes smart plays, and I think it has to start with him. If they're able to keep him from throwing an interception or fumbling the ball, I think Utah's going to be fine in the turnover margin. They're going to find a way to be able to get some strips. They're going to find some way to be able to maybe get some interceptions. Vernon Adams is a great QB, but at the same time, he's still vulnerable as well. And these DBs as well as the linebackers have been great at doing that. So I don't think it's necessarily anything to worry about from Fresno State. Maybe it's just one time. It definitely isn't a good sign from a Fresno State team, but I think based on the first 2 games of the season, Utah probably should be fine moving forward. Okay, Oregon's weakness is pass defense. Gave up over 400 yards to Eastern Washington, so the Utes have got to throw the ball downfield. Now time to move forward, and a big challenge awaits the Utes on Saturday. They will make the trip to Eugene to take on the 13th-ranked Oregon Ducks at 6:45 p.m. Mountain Time. But who will be the starting quarterback for the Ducks? Will it be Jeff Locke or Vernon Adams? Utah head coach Kyle Whittingham is guessing it will be Adams.
A big challenge for our football team, big opportunity for our football team. A tough road trip. Autzen always a tough place to play. Oregon is loaded with talent, just like they are every year, and so we'll need to be at our best this week.
I feel super confident after watching a little film this morning, and I'm just excited for the game. Just treat them like every other game. Probably the only thing I'm excited for is what kind of uniforms we're going to have.
Got as much talent as anybody in the Pac-12, maybe anybody in the country, you know, across the board with the athletes they have.
I think winning this game will definitely put us on the map because I know we're always usually the underdogs. I know coming into this game we're the underdogs, but we love it and we embrace it. So this is a game that the Utes circle on the calendar. This is a game that they can take things to the next level in the Pac-12. They haven't beat Oregon yet as a member of the Pac-12. What do they have to do to go up to Autzen and get this thing done? Well, it'd be easy to say, you know, that you have to play a perfect game, but I think you could play a little less than that and still be okay. I think the biggest thing for them is to be able to be more dynamic on offense. They're going to key in on Booker. I mean, everybody knows it's going to go to Booker. You know it's going to be able to
have a good run game, but you've got to be able to find that chunk yardage that Kyle Whittingham talked about. You need to find those deep plays that just spread the field a little bit, make that defense honest. And let's be honest, that Oregon defense is not world beaters. I mean, there's definitely better defenses in the Pac-12, and Oregon isn't one of those. So if they can find a way to be able to maybe, you know, make some more than intermediate routes, maybe make some 25-yard passes or over 15-yard passes, I think Utah could have a shot in this, but they've got to make sure that they get that offense clicking in all facets of the game.
Oregon gave up 28 points to Georgia State. So, yeah, there's definitely an opportunity there if that offense for Utah can get clicking. Well, it's not impossible to win at Autzen Stadium, just rare. The last time the Utes won there was in 1994. You know how special that Utah team was, finished ranked 8th in the country that year, and Oregon was pretty good too. They won the Pac-10 and went to the Rose Bowl. Here's a look back at that important win.
And McCoy under center and is going to go back to throw and hands it off on the delay, and it works. 50 outside into Oregon's 45, first down down to the 42-yard line. First down for the Utah Utes, and McCoy's going to go back and throw again. No pressure, sets up, goes way downfield, wide open, and was it a grab? It was. What a catch by Deron Claiborne. McCoy under center and 2nd and 9. Back to throw, has time, looks, pumps, still looking, now going to run. He might go all the way. He's at the 20, he's at the 10, needs a block, but won't get it and go out of bounds at the 4-yard line. He stepped out at the 5. And McCoy's going to go back and hand it off, and a dive over the top for the score. Touchdown, Juan Johnson. 3rd and 7 at his own 35, and back to throw the ball. Sets up, looks, throws it down. It is going to be caught, and then he gets away for the first down. And Buff finally down at midfield at the 50-yard line. And Chad Cota and O'Neal under center going to give it to Pulu. Pulu fumbles the ball, and where is it? Did he get back on it? No, Utah came up with the ball. He dropped it and then kicked it, and it went right to big number 83, Luther Ellis of Utah. McCoy's going to go back to throw. 2-3 steps, looks, pressure, nothing there. Now going to roll right to throw. Looks, goes way downfield, and it is caught. First down and down immediately at the 32 or 33-yard line. Neal under center and going to go back and throw again. Sets up, plenty of time. Goes deep, going down for McLemore and overthrows, and it is intercepted. He went too far. It is picked off, and now the Ducks have got to play some defense. Wilcox was being held, and they missed it. Spinning, getting away, up to the 30, 35-yard line, outside of the 40. One man to beat inside of the 50, and now finally running out of energy and going to the Duck 47-yard line. And McCoy under center, going to go back to throw the ball. Quick 3 steps, looks, goes over the middle. It is caught. First down to the 10-yard line. And there's the big guy. Garrett, good snap. And they're going to run the fake right up the middle. And this one may be touchdown. Oh, my. Oh, my. And O'Neal under center calling signals. Long count at the line. Now goes back to throw the ball. Little pressure, steps up, throws the ball, tipped, intercepted, and it will be for a touchdown. Easy score, and Danny O'Neal is having a tough year early here. The lone back on 2nd down and 4. O'Neal back to throw. Rolling right, looks, goes way downfield. He's got Pat Johnson down there, and it is incomplete. Good defense, and O'Neal's going to go back to throw the ball. Rolling right, good protection, now pressured, and is going to go down all the way back at the 30-yard line. And where did they come from? Because it initially looked like he had time. Boy, has the ball back to throw. Straight drop back with time, little pressure, throws it out, caught, and for a first down and more. 50 down the sideline, inside of the 30, and out of bounds there. Long count at the line, now back to throw. Looks left, wants to go deep toward the end zone. He's got touchdown, Claiborne. Claiborne with a touchdown over the outside shoulder in the left-hand corner, and he beat Lamont Woods. Been able to break the big play today. Here's O'Neal going to give it to Filia, stuffed in the backfield, back at the 40-yard line. Luther Ellis. Ducks with the ball, back to throw O'Neal. Need the first down. Pressure, caught, dumped. Back at the 27-yard line. Ronzel Miller right in from the right-hand side. And Luther Ellis again. And Luther Ellis. He thinks the blitz may be coming, and it is. Back to throw, go for the deep pass down the sideline, and it is caught. First down and out of bounds at about the 7 or 8-yard line. And back to throw McCoy. Sets up, throws over the middle. What a great catch by the tight end at the 5-yard line. Rick Tucker. Here's rolling right to throw McCoy on 2nd down. Throws it out, caught, and it'll be a score. Touchdown for Utah, and that will wrap it up as Rod Hamilton makes the grab at about the 1-yard line and rolls moves into the end zone, and that should empty a few more seats here.
All right, let's take a trip around the Pac-12. For many teams, it provided one last tune-up before beginning conference play. For USC and Stanford, conference play came a week early.
It was the most shocking result of the weekend in college football. Stanford went into the Coliseum and stunned 6th-ranked USC. Kevin Hogan passed for 279 yards and 2 touchdowns. Raymond Wright rushed for 3 more to lead the Cardinal. UCLA never led against BYU until 3:25 left in the game. Paul Perkins and Nate Starks ran all over the Cougar defense in the 4th quarter. Starks' touchdown gave the Bruins the lead for good. The defense made sure they kept it. Miles Jack picks off the Tanner Mangum pass, and UCLA survives. Jeff Locke got the start at quarterback for the injured Vernon Adams. He threw for 228 yards and 2 scores. Oregon racked up 61 points against Georgia State. The Ducks now 2-1. Jared Goff threw for 268 yards and 3 touchdowns, and the Cal Bears led Texas on the road 45-24 after 3 quarters. But Texas would rally and score 3 touchdowns in the 4th.
Quarterback draw, first down, Hurd, it's a sideline, take it out, whoa! The Chiefs, touchdown, Texas!
All the Longhorns need is the extra point to tie it with 1:11 left in regulation, but Nick Rose is wide right, and Cal survives on the road. You expect Arizona to crush Northern Arizona, but the Wildcats put 77 on the Lumberjacks on Saturday. Anu Solomon threw for 4 touchdowns and ran for another as Arizona ran away with a 64-point win. Washington quarterback Jake Browning threw for 368 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Huskies took care of Utah State 31-17.
All right, Josh, 3 weeks into the season, who's the biggest surprise for you in the Pac-12 so far?
The biggest surprise, that's really difficult. I think USC is still intriguing. I think they've still done enough to be near the top of that conference. UCLA has taken a bit of a step back in some respects. BYU exposed them a little bit. Meanwhile, Arizona, I think, is kind of playing under the radar. They haven't really played anybody good. So I don't know if we can really project them. But everybody else, they've shown weaknesses, they've shown different things. Arizona, I really think, is a mixed bag. You kind of have to look at them and say, they were good last year, they can do good things, but we really don't know what to expect from them.
Yeah, the competition's tough, but we underestimated Arizona last year. They ended up winning the Pac-12 South. So this seems like they're doing the same thing again this year. They're sitting there 3-0. They've been the most consistent team in my mind so far, both offensively and defensively. So who's your biggest disappointment so far? I was going to go with USC. That was a very disappointing performance.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, we looked at Stanford as a team of, after the very first game of, okay, maybe they can't win, you know, in the North anymore. And then all of a sudden they come out here and they beat USC, and now they're ranked and everything's all good for them. I think there is some vulnerabilities in USC. I've looked at a bunch of the stats, and they still lead a lot of the game on the offense. They're really good on moving the ball that way, but they've got to find a way to put it all together. Steve Sarkisian has got a way to get his guys to be able to kind of play a full game and being able to make sure that they don't just give up these plays, because Stanford exploited them, and if Stanford can do it, you'd have to think that somebody else can.
Arizona State, another team I think has been a little bit disappointing. You can read Josh's stuff on KSL.com. Thanks, Josh. Special teams continues to be a strength for the Utes. If you've been a longtime fan of the program, you know this is nothing new. There's an impressive list of return men over the years that have dazzled us with their skills. Here's a look back at some of the best returners in Utah history.
Utah's Steve Odom was something else. As a kick return specialist, the Football Writers Association named him to their All-America team. Odom concluded his career with 5 NCAA kick return records, plus all of the WAC and Utah marks available to him. It was truly a record-setting Western Athletic Conference season. Now let's reflect on one of the most entertaining football stars to perform for Frontierland fans.
Tucker at his goal line. Finds a hole, he's gone. Harold Tucker at the 40, the 30, the 20. Touchdown.
Taken on the dead run by Tucker. 50, 45, 40, down to the 30, down to the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. touchdown.
But I tell you, you just have to take your hat off to this little guy.
It up for Beck from the 23-yard line, right up the middle. This is another big return. Beck inside the 10-yard line.
And Jones will field at the 6. Jones has got some room. Jones might go. Only the punter can stop Jones. Daniel Jones inside the 20. Daniel Jones will score.
And it's Patrick Dyson this time. Got a little crack. Great speed. Foot race. Touchdown. No flags.
See the ball. Smith. Picks it up, still on his feet. Now he's going around. He beats the man around the wide side. He's got all kinds of real estate. Still on his feet. Touchdown!
Turnable, Smith on the run. Breaks to the outside. He's got another hole. They got a hold of him. But can anybody grab him? Steve Smith! Steve Smith is going in for another Utah touchdown.
Smithson from his own 22. Was kind of stopped. Now he's going to change directions. Still on his feet. Smithson needs one more block and he's gone. Inside the 20, the 10-5 touchdown Utes.
Championship game. Utah with revenge on the mind. And here is Reggie Dunn. Foot race. Forget about it. Are you kidding me?
They're bringing it out. Reggie Dunn. Reggie Dunn. Look at this speed. I don't think they're going to catch him. He's one of the fastest men on the team.
3 yards deep. Kalen across the 15 on his feet. 20, 25, 30. He's got room. 35, 40. They're not going to get him. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown.
Corey Butler-Byrd got some room, some wheels. Glass can't make the play in traffic. Bailey can't either. Butler-Byrd still on his feet. Shedding tacklers. Corey Butler-Byrd's going to take it all the way. It's a Utah touchdown on a kickoff return. Covey fields at the 22. The electrifying player. Look at the wheels. Look at the speed. Covey just the punter to beat. Sideline. Brenton Covey. Here he goes.